Today's my first day exploring London, so I started off spending a little time reading my Bible, and then I went down and got breakfast with the rest of my group, and then we were ready for our Sherlock Holmes day. I had so many fun Sherlock Holmes adventures planned. Let's get to it. I got my jacket, and now I'm ready to go have a fun day in the world of Sherlock. The game is on, Mrs. Hudson. We started off by taking the tube. We took the tube all day, and it was a lot better than the bus. I rode the bus a lot in Ireland and was not a fan. So our first stop was the Sherlock Holmes Live Experience. It's based off of the Benedict Cumberbatch Sherlock, which is, for me, that was the gateway drug to Sherlock. We walked around outside, and we couldn't figure out how to get in, and it is a fully immersive experience. We found this note telling us to knock at Doyle's Opticians. So sure enough, we went to the front and there was a fake eye doctor clinic there. It was hilarious. There were these little signs everywhere that were inside jokes. The level of detail that went into this to make it a fully immersive experience was just absolutely amazing. We even had to buzz in and say that we were there for an eye doctor appointment, and we had an actual waiting room before we were led into the back and told Mycroft Holmes had recruited us for the network. Now, I was not allowed to film inside, but it was a fully immersive escape rooms type experience, and we got direct text and video calls from Sherlock. Here's our email from Sherlock saying we were a success, and a let out at a restaurant called the Mime Palace, which was just phenomenal. I absolutely loved just walking around in there. It was decorated Victorian style and was based off of the Christmas special, The Abominable Bride. So if you like that type of stuff, it was just absolutely great. Now our next stop was Baker Street. Yes, there is a real Baker Street. There's actually a statue of Sherlock Holmes when you get off the train. There's also the Sherlock Holmes Museum, located at the real 221B. It is a fully furnished apartment that you get a guided tour through. Here's Sherlock's study. I really wanted to sit down in his chair, but everything there is actually from the Victorian period, and I was told it would probably break if I did. Now this is Sherlock's bedroom with his wall of serial killers, and his bed, including his deerstalker cap, and his book about beekeeping. The flat also had John Watson's room. This is supposed to be Watson's writing in his room. Here's Watson's desk. And upstairs there was a room with just information on Doyle. That was this room. And then a little museum room with this little monument to every actor who's played Sherlock. I absolutely loved the Benedict Cumberbatch section. It even had his violin and his cell phone. And of course, before we left, I used my Mime Palace. The door that I'm standing in front of is the door that served as the outside of 221B in the Sherlock series. It's so cool to be here. I had an amazing experience and just loved bookending this with BBC Sherlock. If you've not seen it, it's probably best watched through VidAngel, but it's a great show.